Two Big Ten women's gymnastics teams in need of a victory meet in Iowa City tonight. Iowa and Ohio State both have young squads that look to gain some footing in the conference and build momentum going into the season stretch run. The Hawkeyes battle the Buckeyes next on the Big Ten Network. It is cold outside Carver Hawkeye Arena here in Iowa City, as you would expect this time of year. Inside, though, the Iowa Hawkeyes are warming to the idea of a dual meet victory against visiting Ohio State. Of course, the Buckeyes have their own goals of a win over their Big Ten rivals. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Iowa City. Along with former Minnesota All-America Rob Brown, I'm Mike Lederman. Women's gymnastics on tap here at the Big Ten Network. Rob, these are two teams that had high hopes going into the season, but an inordinate number of injuries, even for women's gymnastics, has left both of them struggling.
Mike, the injuries are disappointing, but both coaches are looking for a gut check. They want the teammates to step up and still have a good competition.
Well, Ohio State has a significant lead in the dual meet series between these two teams. They've won 7 of the 11 matches, one ending in a tie, and they depend on some serious veteran leadership, starting with their All-America, Rebecca Best.
Yep, they're looking for leadership, as you said, consistency. She's got to anchor this team and hit some good routines tonight.
Rebecca Best, an all-arounder. She is All-America on the floor as a sophomore. She will be doing everything tonight, as will Hillary Dow, the senior captain for the Buckeyes.
And as you mentioned, a senior looking for leadership, not only on the competition floor, but on the sidelines, encouraging and leading her teammates.
Hillary, a captain both as a junior and as a senior. Over on the Iowa side, Larissa Libby has got a lot of injuries to deal with as well, but she's got 2 stars. First of all, Rebecca Sabunis. She is a junior, and boy, what a meet she had last week against Illinois. She won everything. She's the gymnast of the week.
And they want to build on that momentum and bring it into nice competition to continue this push in improving their team.
Rebecca, a junior, as we told you, she is an all-arounder. She is very energetic, does beautiful gymnastics. Coach Larissa Libby wants even more energy from her. And she also wants a lot from a sophomore, Jessa Hansen.
And Jessa's the pit bull. She goes out there and pounds it and is aggressive. And she also has to show some leadership and hitting some routines tonight.
Coming up, rotation number 1, Ohio State and Iowa. Stay tuned right here on the Big Ten Network. There is Carrie Fagan in the 6th year of her stint as coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes. She was an assistant for 2 years before that, and herself an outstanding gymnast as an undergraduate at Penn State. Larissa Libby was on the Canadian Olympic team, and she's been a 6-year coach at Iowa. Here's how she revved up the troops before the meet.
Today is a new day. Let's start a new team. Let's get out there. I don't want you to compete against Ohio State. I don't care who's out there. Ohio State, UCLA, it doesn't matter. You're competing to better yourself. Be better than what you were yesterday. We got this?
Yeah!
I want to see intention. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Hawks on 3, 1, 2, 3!
All right, let's get the action started. While the men have gone to the Olympic scoring system, the women are still looking, Rob, for that perfect 10.
They can get a 10-0 with difficulty and bonus points, and then you deduct execution, and you get your final score.
All right, let's take a look now at the rotation order. Of course, the 2 teams start either on the uneven bars in the vault, then they'll move to the balance beam and the floor exercise. And Rob, somehow the beam always seems to be the swing event.
It's a critical event, and it's always been that way and always will be.
Now on the uneven bars, Ohio State will start, and it looks like Rebecca Best will get a chance to show what she can do.
And she's definitely a key player on this event. It's got to get Ohio State rolling.
And for the vault, Rebecca Sabunis, we're going to see her as well.
Great momentum from the meet last week, and looking to see her carry it through this week.
You're looking at Iowa's Jenny Denar, a 5'3" and senior from Cuba City, Wisconsin. She's first up for the Hawkeyes on the vault as we start the competition. First rotation. Vault and the uneven bars.
All right, Mike, let's get it rolling here.
You bet.
Yurchenko, layout, nice start. Clean, a little deep on the horse when she went on, small deduction, but otherwise a great start.
Yeah, for Jenny Denard, this is her big moment right here to kick it off.
Now watch how deep she is. See how deep bent her arms were on the vault table? It's not going to allow her to block off and get the height she needs. So some deductions there, but otherwise nice landing.
Casey Williamson for Ohio State. First up on the uneven bars from Mansfield, Ohio, local product, health professions major. And Casey, she's gone 9.85 on this for her personal best. Let's see how she does.
Mike, throughout tonight's competition on bars, you're going to look for a combination of skills and release moves. That is a release move right there. Nice bail down low bar. Nice form. And the judges are also looking for the athletes to hit the handstand position on their skills. Beautiful double layout dismount. Excellent start on bars.
They're very happy with Casey on the bars. Went to St. Peter High School in Mansfield, and there she gets the high fives. By the way, she's got a new hairdo. She used to be blonde.
So there's a look at the dismount. Nice height. Look at how nice and tall she is when she lands. Great finish.
And you saw assistant coach Bill Lorenz giving her the good fist pump. Annie Sikowski next up on vault for Larissa Libby's Iowa Hawkeyes. Well, they like to call themselves the Gym Hawks, too. Annie's a journalism major from Reno, Nevada. As you look at Denard with a 9.425.
That's called a Yurchenko layout full twist.
Larissa Libby likes it.
Right. Now watch the height. And this is, again, the judge is going to look for this. Look at the nice explosion off the vault table. Nice and high, tall landing. Great vault.
And you saw the extension more of the arms than you did with Denard's
right.
vault.
It's going to allow her to be quick off the vault table and pop herself up in the air. Very
Hugs
nice.
all around. Nicole Crowder, sophomore from Carmel, Indiana. Her uneven bars routine.
And that was a straddle back to handstand again. Counts as release. We're going to look for a nice combination of pirouettes. Beautiful. Full pirouette at the top. Tkachev. Oh, trouble. That was a great combination. She did full pirouette right to that Tkachev release move. Unfortunately, could not hang on to the bar.
She looked very confident up to that point. That's a 5/10, right?
Right, but again, because of the combination where she would get bonus had she caught that release, that's what makes it more difficult, and that's what gave her trouble and probably why she missed it.
30 seconds to get back up.
That is
and
correct.
Resume her routine from the point that she broke.
And sometimes, Mike, during these 30-second breaks, the coach is also telling you, hey, I don't think you got credit for that skill. Let's repeat it, or we have to make it up here. So there's a lot more going on because you want to get every tenth you can.
Well, you have to look at the concentration right here. This is the hardest thing for gymnasts to do. Pick up after a break.
Right, at this level, though, they should be able to forget what just happened and get their head back together and get every tenth. Nice front giant pirouette. Right to a tuck double. All right, nice finish.
Nicole Crowder, sophomore. And Coach Kerry Fagan clapping. And we'll show you the dismount here, which really went well.
Nice tuck position, little step on the landing. But again, nice recovery, got her composure back together and finished up nicely.
Now, Jessa Hansen for the Hawkeyes, sophomore from Clive, Iowa. Is it Clive or Cleve? Okay.
My geography's not that good. Beautiful. Ooh. Good, she's okay. The stiff leg landing scared me, but that, very unusual, very difficult. Handspring onto the vaulting board. Watch this, no turn. Usually it's a round off. Handspring, pike front. Now at the end there, she had to tuck a little bit. So she'll get a deduction on the tuck. Okay, it was supposed to be a pike, but it's still unbelievably difficult vault.
And you look from her expression, you know that went well.
Yes.
Went very, very well. Ohio State sophomore Taylor Jones was freshman of the year in the Big Ten last season. Before the meet tonight, we asked her, well, where do you go from there?
I take that award and I build on it for sure. I have higher goals and higher team goals, and it just pushes me further.
A good look at Taylor Jones, the freshman of the year last season in the Big Ten. Taylor Jones, a sophomore now from Edmond, Oklahoma.
Beautiful full pirouette. Bail the handstand. Again, I mentioned judges this year in particular looking to hit those handstands. Again, nice cast handstand. And a dismount. Double layout. There's the landing. Beautiful job. And Ohio State needs that. Yep.
Again, every routine has to count now that they had a break. Take a look at the dismount again, Rob.
Look at the nice momentum, beautiful extended body, and sticks the landing.
Taylor Jones from Edmond, Oklahoma. Good job. Kelly Gallo, junior for Iowa on the vault. Communication sports studies major. Walked on and earned herself a spot. Getting some pointers from Coach Libby, and here she goes. Kelly Gallo, her vault for Iowa. Kelly from Apple Valley, Minnesota.
And again, Mike, the round-off entry vault. Wow, beautiful job coming off the vault table. Looks like she twanged her near ankle. Hopefully she's all right. Again, looked like a decent vault. Looked like she should have landed safely. There's a round-off, nice block. And right there, maybe body twisted a little bit, so she had to take a hop, and hopefully she's okay.
She came down funny on that ankle, and you can see she's in pain. She's in pain. Lena Skabelka, the assistant coach, and Caleb Phillips around her, and she looks like she has got some issues.
And unfortunately, because the sport has elevated in terms of difficulty, the athletes are so high up in the air. Any angle that you're off in these landings, you can put out a knee or ankle.
Here's a freshman, Colleen Dean, for Ohio State. Colleen, she's got hair to match the leotard.
And there's a nice, beautiful blind change. Jaeger, just a front flip, beautiful. Look how extended her body is, beautiful to watch.
They expect a lot from this freshman.
And right now, really clean. Look at how nice she hits those handstands. Another blind change. Front giant pirouette, that's a nice combination. Right to a double back. So again, multiple skills connected, great routine.
You know, this is known as her weakest event, but boy, the way she hit that one, you can watch here.
And there was that blind change right to the tuck double and a beautiful landing.
Colleen Dean for Ohio State. Larissa Libby taking a look at her team on vault. And this is one of her stars, Hori Gabishan, a junior from Newton, Massachusetts. All around her has gone 9.85 on the vault.
And Iowa's had a couple small breaks. Let's see if we can get a nice solid vault here, decent score. Yurchenko, full twist, there it is, nice job.
Gabishan is a performer, and the coach liked the move.
Nice and clean, nice block off the vault table. Decent landing, nice size step, but overall, nice vault.
Should score well for Iowa. Here's Captain Hillary Dow on the bars for Ohio State.
Beautiful start, beautiful release. And again, an athlete, she's tall for a gymnast, but again, can use that to her advantage. Beautiful lines, another nice full pirouette to a tuck double dismount. Beautiful routine.
Oh, they're happy with that. Hillary Dow at 5'9" certainly makes an impression.
Now watch this release. Look at the height, beautiful. It's called a Ginger. Fantastic. Little break, but beautiful.
And that's why Hillary Dow is one of the top 25 here in the Big Ten on this apparatus. And there is Rebecca Simbutis, the junior from Ontario. And she is certainly the attraction, or one of the big attractions for the Hawkeyes.
Another Yurchenko vault. Beautiful. That's the best vault we've seen from Iowa tonight.
Very elegant, very graceful, as she is known to perform. And Rebecca Simbutis is putting some good scores up right there.
Yeah, and Mike, we talked about how the athletes coming on quick to that vault table, extended, and she had all that and very explosive.
Carrie Fagan concerned, obviously, because they've already had a fall on the bars, and now they need their anchor, Rebecca Best, to put up a good number. There is Rebecca, we told you, the first All-America at Ohio State in the women's program since 1999, and she is just a junior.
right, Mike, let's see if she can put together some nice combinations and some explosive release moves. Nice hop handstand. Nice straddle back to handstand. So far, so good. And now let's see some combinations.
So Hillary Dow's 9.7, her score.
Front giant pirouette. Beautiful. Full twisting double back. Awesome. Small step. Way to finish up.
And Bill Lorenz, the assistant coach, first to greet her. And we'll show you the release move again, Rob.
Watch this beautiful toe catch high. And now she's going to move into beautiful combination.
Well, looking at the first rotation, the freshman of the year, Taylor Jones, put her team's best score on the board as a sophomore.
And Ohio had one miss, but they pulled it back together and had a great event.
And over on the vault, we had a good show for Rebecca Sabunis.
And unfortunately, we had an injury with Kelly, but she still stayed on her feet even with that.
Looks like she hurt her knee and will be out certainly for the meet, and I'm afraid much longer than that. When we come back, we will switch events. Ohio State goes to the vault, Iowa to the bars. We'll be back with more right here at Carver Hawkeye. Here's a look at the Big Ten Gymnast of the Week, Rebecca Sabunis of Iowa, with her team's best score on the vault at 9.90. Good start for her and the team. And looking at the situation after one rotation, not much to pick from, about a difference of 0.3 as we move along. It's 30 minutes dedicated to the world of Big Ten women's athletics, the kind of coverage you just can't get anywhere else. The Big Ten Women's Show, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on the Big Ten Network. And now on to the second rotation. Of course, Ohio State goes to the vault, Iowa to an even bars. What do you see here to look for, Rob?
And again, you're going to look for Rebecca Sabulis to lead Iowa on the bars, and your Hillary Dow on vault.
The future gymnasts of Iowa. Yes, sirree. They're rooting for the home team. Go Hawks, you betcha. And there is Taylor Jones from Ohio State, who did a good job on the uneven bars, 9.775, you see. And now Ohio State's turn on the vault.
And Mike, unlike the other events where you start with a 9.5 and you work your way up with bonus, most of these vaults are going to be a 10-0 start. Beautiful beginning. So basically, everyone starts at a 10-0, and then it's those execution errors.
And that's why they call the leadoff the honor position for Carrie Fagan. You set the tone with that kind of a vault.
Watch the explosion off the vault table. Boom! Beautiful, clean in the air, great landing.
It should be a good number, and like that, don't we, Coach? You betcha. And Emma Stevenson, a freshman, and here has been a real charge for Iowa. Freshman coming in, throw her right in. Emma from Winfield, Illinois, went to Wheaton North High School. And by the way, she majors in integrative physiology. Say that fast 3 times. Is it integrative or integrative? Integrative, right? We don't know. Okay. Let's watch the routine. That's more important right now.
Nice and clean so far. Nice Jaeger. And this is another release that bailed to the low bar. And again, the judges are looking for it to hit directly in handstand. And now she's getting ready for a dismount. Double layout. Great finish. Way to start Iowa.
Again, a good way to lead off. Emma Stevenson, the freshman at 5'7", gets the kudos from her teammates.
A lot of the releases we've seen today have straddled, and that was legs together. So a little different, very clean.
And a very good job for the freshman leading off for Iowa. Hillary Dow on the vault, a strong 9.7 on the bars. Coach Fagan in the background, and Taylor Jones with a 9.85. A good start, as we said, for Ohio State. Hillary Dow ranked 21 in the conference on this event, and a team best 9.9 so far.
And again, the Yurchenko full. There's the stuck landing we've been looking for.
Hey,
Great
I gotta
job.
ask you, Hillary is 5'9". Okay, most gymnasts are 5'2", 5'3", 4'11". You know, let's take a look at the replay here. Is the height a hindrance, a help?
Absolutely. She's definitely got to get up higher and rotate faster to get that tall body round. But that was one of the farthest distance we've seen. And again, the best landing.
Hillary Dow, what a good job. Jessa Hansen, her second event. She'll be on the uneven bars. 9.625 on the ball. Look at Stevenson's score earlier. Good job on the uneven bars. Here's Jessa Hansen.
And big release. Another Jaeger. Beautiful. And I'm impressed tonight. The girls usually will have a tendency to break form when they catch. Very clean tonight. A little short on that bail to handstand. And she prepares for the dismount. Another double layout. Another great landing. Iowa is very clean so far. It's sticking those landings.
Jessa Hansen, the sophomore. Let's watch the transition and dismount.
Watch. There's the Jaeger. Again, look at the beautiful form. And watch the extension, the body position. Look at her open up and nails it. Awesome.
All right, Iowa's got reason to feel good so far, but of course it's early. Nicole Crowder, remember she had the fall off the uneven bars. Hillary Dow with a 9.875. We told you that vault was good. 9.875. Here comes Crowder trying to make up for a previous event fall.
Wow, another great vault, another beautiful landing, and something we're seeing from Ohio, and this is something the judges will give extra credit for, is the distance away from the vault table. Look at the table's almost out of the picture. Look at the power. Boom. Beautiful extension and way out there.
Well, certainly a way to come back strong after a problem. Nicole Crowder nailing that. Ariel Susic, first time we're seeing her. Ariel from Fort Salonga, New York, which is out there in Suffolk County. Jessa Hansen with a good 9.7. And here is Susic.
Way to nail the handstand. That's what we're looking for. Now a little low on that bail, and that's going to be a nice deduction. The judges this year are really stepping it up. If you don't hit that handstand, every 10 degrees that you're off that handstand, they're going to take a 10th. So far, though, beautiful. Again, a little flat on that pirouette. They're going to hit it for a 10th there. Full twisting double back, and a big step on the landing. Nice routine, but too many little breaks that are going to add up.
Susic, a 5'4" junior, will show you the transition move coming up here, and you can talk about what's a little bit short.
This is actually beautiful. Nice dumb. That's a clear hip hack catch high bar.
Ariel Susic. Okay, Rebecca Best, the 9.750 on the bars. Here is her vault, and Nicole Crowder with a 9.8 certainly made amends there. Did a really good job. And here's Rebecca Best, who's the premier vaulter for Ohio State.
Oh, we haven't seen that tonight.
That's awfully close.
Added a half twist from what we've seen. Yurchenko, 1.5 twist. And Ohio State just keeps the pressure coming. Beautiful.
This is a new look.
One break, though, Mike. Watch the legs. You see the legs apart in the vault table? That would be the only deduction, but fantastic vault.
And, yeah, Carrie likes it. Carrie likes it. This is a new twist that she put in, literally, and looked like it worked out well. This is Jordan Eslinger. She walked on at Iowa, one of many walk-ons for Larissa Libby from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Chemical engineering major, Rob.
Well, it's compliments to her to keeping up the athletics and the studies.
Let's see how she does here.
Beautiful beginning with the full pirouette right to the Ginger. Oh, a little mishap, and God, they can happen so easy on the simplest part of a routine.
Like Ohio State, there's a break.
Another full pirouette, right to a tuck double. Oh, can't believe it. That was a great routine. And a lot of times what happens, Mike, is you hit the tough, the difficult things, and then there's a little lapse in your thought process and your hand slip.
Jordan Essinger, and we'll show you how it works.
Look at that beautiful full pirouette right to the ginger. Look at the height, beautiful form. Now let's watch the break. Here it is, a kip, basic skill, simple skill, and that's called a squat on in a pike position. And she's been doing that for 10 years. And boom, comes off that quick.
See Larissa.
She's thinking the same thing.
Think. So both teams have had a break on the bars. Casey Williamson. Good look at Casey. 5'15" sophomore, 9'6" on the bars. Here's her vault for Ohio State. Rebecca Best, 9.75 for the Buckeyes just before.
Another great vault. That was only a half twist, the same start value though, and actually a little more difficult because she's facing forward on the landing, so she can't see the landing. So watch, only a half turn, but still the same start value. Now she's facing forward, and the landing's blind.
Boy, did she make that look easy.
Yep, look at the nice extension.
Smooth.
Nails it. Great vault.
Little hop, but a really good job by Casey Williamson. Gabishan, the junior, on bars, a 9.8 on the vault. And here is Horry with Esslinger's 9.2 on the fall. Horry knows that she's got to make this count. Again, Rhonda, as you said, 6 contestants, 6 gymnasts, 5 scores count. So
pressure's on, and she's hitting it right now. Beautiful form. Way to nail the handstand. Clean. Another nice handstand. Look for the landing. Full twisting double back. Small step. Excellent routine. Way to get Iowa back on track.
Oh, you talk about attacking the event. She certainly did right there. Let's show you the replay.
Watch how aggressive she is. Look at her attack that bar. Boom. Hits that handstand. And again, critical for the judges.
You look at her and the way she dominates what she is doing. And a hug from the coach. This is senior Kristen Perhach. She is from Naperville, Illinois, western suburbs of Chicago. Here's her routine on the vault.
Nice Yurchenko layout position. The weakest vault we've seen, and I think Ohio did that on purpose because the first 5 vaults were unbelievable.
Well,
still a great vault.
Yeah, she was a last-minute sub for Colleen Dean. They didn't like the way Colleen was looking in warm-ups, so they put Kristen in, and if she can just hold the fort, they won't have to counter score.
That's right, and I think they did what they wanted her to do, just to hit a nice clean vault.
And that she did. Larissa Libby, her team up by 3/10 after the first rotation, now waiting for Rebecca Simbutis to do her bars routine and finish up the second. Simbutis with the high score on the vault. Gabishan on the bars, 9.725, good routine. Simbutis could beat it. Not to say she will, but she sure could.
Beautiful mount, the toe-ons, the handstand. In addition to hitting the handstand, look at the beautiful toe point. Just the whole presentation is spectacular. Beautiful to watch. Look at that, just smooth right to handstands. Another beautiful toe, full pirouette, pike double. That is spectacular, great routine.
Now Simbutis has gone 9.875 on the bars for personal best. We'll see how she does here, but well, it was good.
You know, we talk about making it look effortless.
Yeah.
Look how smooth that is, and combinations. So she goes toe on to a blind change, that turn, right to the release move.
Well, this is what Larissa Libby says. She is known to be elegant.
Look at there's the toe on, toe off. Look at the hands shift and move. And those are the intricacies that are just unbelievable, all the things that are going on.
Simbutis finishes the second rotation. Feels pretty good about it. Well, after 2 rotations, here's the result on the vault. Looks like Taylor Jones with a 9.85, doing very well.
Ohio State went 6 for 6. This is going to pull them in the lead.
And over on the Iowa side, on the uneven bars, let's take a look over there. And Rebecca Simbutis seems to be ahead.
And a couple small breaks. Iowa's got to pick it up.
We've got Carrie Fagan of Ohio State with us. Carrie, your assessment after the first couple of rotations. How's the team doing?
I was really impressed with our bar lineup. Last week we really struggled with one fall, and then numerous people fell. So it was nice to see them. Nicole Crowder made a mistake, and the rest of the lineup picked it up. And then that's the best our vault squad has looked all year. So we're in a good place right now.
And Carrie, I agree, your vault was unbelievable, and I know you made a lineup change too last minute, but the girls came through beautifully. Did you guys do anything different this week?
Yeah, we did some more numbers. Wanted to make sure the girls felt really confident coming into this meet, and vaulted up onto some high mats, and I think that paid off.
Okay, Carrie, lots of work to do. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Stay tuned. Coming up next, Ohio State goes to the balance beam. Iowa's on the floor.
Let's look for Jessa Hansen for Iowa and Colleen Dean for Ohio.
A lot of pink around Carver Hawkeye tonight because it was dedicated to breast cancer awareness, and the team presented roses to breast cancer survivors and their families in beautiful ceremonies before the event. Well, the standings look like this. Still very close, Rob. Just about 0.4 of a point with Ohio State on top. And as we move along, Saturday, March 13th, women's gymnastics returns to the Big Ten Network when Ohio State and Illinois showcase their skills. That's March 13th, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Over to the third rotation now. Ohio State on the floor. Iowa goes to the balance beam.
Beam is critical for Iowa. They've got to make a move. Ohio looks to build on their lead.
Melissa Miller, that's our first look at Melissa from Racine, Wisconsin. She's a sophomore and another physiology major, and she will be performing on the beam. And Melissa Miller trying to keep it close now that Ohio State's got a 0.4 lead after that excellent vault.
And the meet is close as we predicted.
Of course, always interesting things happen on the beam, or seem to. Let's watch Melissa. She's gone 9.65 for personal best. And again, as you said, this was her first event of the evening.
And Mike, I suspect beam will be the deciding factor for
Isn't
the
it
team
usually?
competition.
You know,
yes.
It always seems to be.
Nice full twist jump, wolf jump. Things we're going to look for on beam tonight, Mike. The girls still have to do a full turn. That's been a requirement forever. One of their split leaps has to be 180 degrees. They have to have a flight series, which will be the flipping skills, a dance series, and their dismount has to be at least of C value. So those are components the judges will be looking for tonight.
And of course, you can build from that.
Absolutely. So the more difficult skills you do, you can get bonus because of that difficulty.
Melissa, a clean routine so far,
not necessarily the difficult. There's the flight series, right to a dismount. Now she packed it all in at the end. That was awesome.
Yeah. Again, the honor position to lead off and give your team a boost.
Wow.
Melissa Miller certainly did that.
Slow the whole routine, and now look at this. 2 flip-flops, layout step out right to the full twist dismount, and sticks the landing. Awesome.
Nice landing. Good job from Melissa Miller, and a hug from the coach. Certainly well deserved. And the first floor performer will be the sophomore Casey Williamson for Ohio State. She's having a good meet so far. Top 9.775 on her vault. And she's very strong on the floor.
All right, Mike, on floor tonight, there's a couple new things. The girls have to show saltos or combination saltos. Beautiful pike double back, great mount.
Saltos.
Meaning flips.
Okay.
There also have to be dance combinations. And again, they can get rewarded or bonus for the more difficult skills they do, and the combination of those skills also get additional bonus.
Casey wasn't supposed to be an all-arounder, but again, injuries have forced her into it. But she's always been strong on the floor.
And there's bounding saltos that we just referenced. 2 nice layout fronts.
The pink out of bounds lines in keeping with tonight's breast cancer awareness theme in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Beautiful 2.5, and I was just going to say, she stepped on the pink line, but that's in bounds. Outside the pink line is a 1/10 deduction. So a nice start.
Boy, that was close, and right in front of the coach, too. You know, Bill Lorenz sitting there.
Let's watch her first pass. This is explosive. Oh, I'm sorry, this is second pass. 2 layout fronts, beautiful extension. Look how tall she is when she lands. Nice job.
Casey at 5'3", leading off the floor for Ohio State. Jessa Hansen on the beam. Good bars routine, 9.75. The Saw Miller's routine, 9.65. Again, a good job for the leadoff. And here's Jessa, the sophomore.
And that leadoff really is critical. Takes the pressure off.
Jessa, by the way, from the Des Moines area, trained in the same gym with Sean Johnson.
We just saw a nice combination of jumps. And here's the flight series. Back handspring, layout step out, slight bobble. Again, I talked to the judges before the competition. If it's just a little move of the arms, it's only a 1/2 tenth. If they bend their body significantly or the leg swings up to counterbalance higher than their hips, it moves into the 1/10 or 2/10 of that. Fantastic front flip. Right on. That was a great front skill. And there's that full turn requirement. Nice and clean. Side aerial. Again, no movement at all. And gainer full dismount, nails the landing. Iowa has put together 2 nice routines.
Jessa Hansen, 5'1" sophomore.
Check out this front flip. Can you imagine? 4 inches wide, tuck front. Look how tall she is. In other words, not even just making it. It's like it's on floor. And look at that nice dismount. Gainer full, nails the landing.
Jessa Hansen, number 2 in the rotation for Iowa. Well, Carrie Fagan's got the lead for her team right now, but again, it is very close. And Taylor Jones, our Big Ten Freshman of the Year from a season ago, now getting ready for her floor routine. She also has been bothered by injury. She normally was an all-arounder, but will not compete on the beam tonight. And here is her floor routine.
She opens up, pike double, nice landing. And we talked about getting bonus for certain skills. That pike double back will get you an extra 10 bonus. Nice combination right there.
Boy, you can have fun with this exercise. Casey Williamson, 9.65, 9.675.
And these girls are flashing back to music that we listen to.
Well, she had a Prince routine last year that she thinks won her the Freshman of the Year award. The judges loved it.
Nice leaps. Again, shows 180 degrees on that split leap. Little low on that landing. It's going to be a 1 or 2 tenth deduction, but otherwise very clean, nice routine.
And both coaches congratulate Taylor Jones. She is putting a solid evening together.
Now watch, this is her second pass. Front layout with a full twist, and she punches right to another layout front. And she's going to get bonus for that combination.
And she looks like she's having fun.
That's the idea.
Here is Rebecca Sabutis on beam, and again, this is a critical stage of the meet right here because they need a strong beam routine for her. Iowa at home, trailing to this point.
And this is critical for Rebecca in her all-around score also.
Jessa Hansen did a fine job right before with a 9.85. It's Hansen personal best, by the way.
Rocking so far. Front aerial cartwheel. Right on. Looks confident.
She is one of the best in the conference at this event. Little bobble there. She's
but real, very slight.
She's gone 9.925.
Another front aerial with a quarter turn. Pretty solid.
"16 feet long, 4 inches wide. Never ceases to amaze."
Beautiful. Look at how tall on the landing and nails it. Iowa is really putting it together here on beam.
You see Larissa Libby, she said, wait a minute, this could be the night. You know, they've lost 6 dual meets in a row.
Okay, watch the beginning of her routine. Typically, they'll start with something easy, get comfortable. Now watch this. Aerial front walkover. Smooth, solid, no movement, right to a back handspring. Beautiful.
Rebecca Sambutis. Rebecca Best on the floor.
Rebecca Best.
She is known for her choreography, her happiness, her strength. Hilary Dow with a 9.525. Of course, she stepped out of bounds. And here's Rebecca.
Full twisting double back. Awesome. Great split leaps. Again, looking for that extension. She hit 180 degrees on both jumps.
You watch her teammates cheering her on in the background. Hilary Dow and Cole Crowder.
Two and a half twist. Nice landing. Both of her tumbling passes so far incredibly difficult. Front tumbling dismount, front fold, punch layout front. Nice job, very clean.
And Carrie Fagan appreciates that. And here's a look at Rebecca Best.
Watch this, full twisting double back. You can see the form a little bit, and nice landing. Up a little low, but only a small step.
I had to give you a 1/10 deduction on the telestrator. You missed her feet.
She kept going higher and higher. Couldn't keep track of her.
Well, no deductions on that for Rebecca Best as she finishes the floor. Let's take a look at Andrea Herbert. Our first look at her as Sambutis did a 9.8 plus on the beam. Now here is Andrea, who is small package, 410 from Waterloo, Iowa.
That was incredibly original. Back hip circle on the balance beam. That's a beginner skill you'll see on bars.
She's also coming back from a stress fracture in her leg, so this is really one of her earliest return meets.
There's the split leap combination. Again, little stag leap and little bobble and a little bobble there, but still looking good. Back handspring, layout step out, slide bobble, only a half-tenth. And the gainer full dismount. I'll tell you what, again, some small bobbles, Mike, but Iowa is putting together nice routines.
And that is her only event of the evening, and she acquitted herself well. Let's show you what we're talking about on the mount.
This is really neat. She jumps, press handstand. Now she drops in, back hip circle again. And unusual, because again, you have nothing to hold on to. Watch the hands. You kind of have the false, called the false grip. She'll use her wrists. Her wrists will hang on the beam.
So the strength is
exactly.
Yeah.
Get herself on top and then pop it up.
Excellent job for Andrea Holbrook, junior from Waterloo, Iowa. On the floor, Colleen Dean from Ohio State. Rebecca Best with a 9.8. And here's Colleen. She's gone 9.825 against Pittsburgh earlier this season, the one meet that Ohio State has won so far.
She mounts with a front double twist. Wow, that is tough.
Remember, Colleen's a freshman from Toledo. And she, you know who she worked with in the gym with? Beth Weimer. They find Michigan gymnast, outstanding Michigan gymnast back in the, guess about the 80s, 90s. Beth runs a gymnastics school out there.
Usually when you work with the best, the tradition continues.
And again, enjoying it, having fun, getting support from the team.
Another front pass. There's those bounding front flips. First one full twist, second one laid out. Great finish. And really, we talked about how close this meet was going to be. Iowa hit and beam, and Ohio State responds on floor. What a great matchup.
So we're going to come down to the last rotation, but here we go and watch Colleen.
Look at this mount. 2 twists going forward, incredibly difficult. So again, we talked about the bonus. She's getting it for that pass.
There's strength and there's grace, and there's Colleen. Who's the assistant coach. Good routine. Hawkeyes on the beam. Annie Sikowski, who is replacing Nicole Gallo, who was Kelly Gallo, I'm sorry, who was injured. We're trying to get a report on her. She hurt either her ankle or her knee. But here is Annie, journalism major from Reno, Nevada, who did a 9.8 vault.
And this is critical. Again, a replacement. And Iowa has just been rocking beam. So let's see if she can step it up. Flip up, layout, step out. Awesome. Way to go. Very nice, unique combination of jumps.
She looks cool up there, considering an hour ago she didn't know what she was going on. You always have to be ready.
Another nice leap. Oh yeah, if she finishes here strong, this is a great story. Coming in, kind of a last second replacement. Double full, wow. What a nice way to step in and nail a routine.
Sophomore Annie Sikowski.
Now here's a leap combination. Look at the height, beautiful extension, that 180 degrees. And again, this is unique. And there's a good shot of the 4 inches. Awesome. And a double full dismount. Nice and tight, twisting, and nails it.
Loved her dismount here, did Larissa Libby. Yes, this is the kind of boost that Iowa needs if they're going to pull this one out. And a good job for Annie Sikowski. Here's Kristen Perhach, senior from suburban Chicago, Naperville, Neuqua Valley High School. Colleen Dean, we told you that was a good routine, 9.8. And Kristen One of two seniors performing for the Buckeyes.
Let's see if Kristen can respond to the beam. 2.5. Beautiful. Again, I've got to compliment Ohio on how nice and tall their landings are and how clean their tumbling is. Tuck double. Unusually tight on that tuck position, but that's not a deduction.
Perhach, floor and beam specialist for the Buckeyes, and putting on senior leadership to the test right here. She's also tall, Rob, 5'7", and uses her height to an advantage.
And I'd have to say, I think Ohio has responded one more time.
Well, I think it's all going to come down to how the Buckeyes do on the beam.
I agree, Mike. Let's watch your last path. This is actually kind of unique. You used to see men do this. Front step out, right into the back tumbling. Double full dismount, very clean.
And there is Kristen Perhach. And Ori Gabishan. Bukowski did a 9.675, and again, that was a very big score for Iowa because she was a last-minute substitution. And Gabishan needs to hit here. Sorry, Rob.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a beautiful position for Iowa. They've already got 5 solid scores. So really, anything she does is just bonus. It adds a couple extra tenths to the team score.
Well, they're going to need it, too, because Gabishan is ranked 5th in the conference. And also, this is the routine that Larissa Libby loves. She says this is that gets the crowd involved. Between that and her floor exercise, she just loves to really push the crowd and play to the crowd. And she knows it, too.
And, Mike, look at the confidence. She has not bobbled once.
And you want to watch her.
Yep. Exciting. And, again, she exudes confidence. Look at how solid. Look at her throw the head. Like, I got this together.
Gabishan came east. She grew up in Newton, Massachusetts.
Dismount, tuck double, awesome. The step on the landing, the only deduction in that routine.
Yeah, didn't lose with that at all.
Here's the dismount again, tucked up.
With 3 rotations in the books, Ohio State on the floor, 48-6, Rob. Good, but not great.
Pretty good. Colleen Dean and Rebecca Best rocking it with 9.8s.
And over on the beam, Iowa had a very strong routine.
They did what they had to do. Excellent performances. Jessa Hansen, 9.85.
Larissa Libby with us. Very tight meet, Coach. Very tight meet. How do you feel?
I feel great. I expected a tight meet. I know Carrie. I may not know a lot about her squad, but I know Carrie. She's a tough competitor. She always was, and I know she's a fantastic coach. So I expected her team to be ready to take us on. I'm very, very pleased with where our team is. We're not overly concerned with score. We're more concerned about how many hits we can get in a row, and so far, this is the best that we've done in a couple of weeks.
And Larissa, your beam was unbelievable. You had to make a substitution, and she hit. Did you guys do anything different, or is this normal for Iowa on beam?
You know, I would like to believe that it's normal for Iowa. I know what they're capable of, where their potential lies. We've been having a hard time getting out of them, but I take full responsibility for that and feel like I needed to be a little tougher on them in practice this week. So we worked more on the mental aspect instead of the physical, and I think that showed up tonight.
1 rotation to go. It'll all come down to Ohio State on the balance beam, Iowa on the floor.
Ohio has positioned themselves to win this competition. They've got to hit balance beam.
Stick around for the big finish right here on the Big Ten Network. It's still anybody's meet with one rotation to go. Jessa Hansen leading Iowa's strong beam contingent.
Jessa Hansen nailed her beam routine.
And on the floor exercise, Rebecca Best for Ohio State doing what she had to do.
And Rebecca led Ohio State to a great team floor score.
All right, let's take a look at the standings right now. Ohio State's still in the lead, but it's getting tighter.
Even though Iowa was on beam, they closed the gap.
And you can join us on Saturday, February 27th for men's gymnastics when Illinois and Penn State take center stage. Coverage starts at noon Eastern, right here on the Big Ten Network. All right, here's the final rotation. Iowa on the floor, Ohio State on the beam.
Ori Gabishan's got to lead Iowa on floor and look for Hillary Dow on beam for Ohio.
Final rotation coming up. Casey Williamson for Ohio State on the beam. And with the meet so tight, everything rests on this last rotation.
Yeah, Mike, this is great. Iowa was behind by, oh no. Right away a fall on beam. So the pressure is on. Tough mount, front, flip onto the beam. Remember earlier I talked about how sometimes they'll do something very simple just to get up, get the nerves out, and she goes for a big skill.
Well, it is her weakest event, and it's really a tough spot again for a sophomore.
Now Ohio has a slight lead going into this final rotation.
It's a little under 2/10 right now.
There's a beautiful combination. So way to recompose. And it is absolutely critical that you get every 10th.
Certainly between the floor and the beam, there's a lot more potential for disaster on the beam.
That's correct, and I think too it's a little easier to get a higher score on floor.
Yeah.
That's why it's amazing Iowa was able to cut into the lead coming off beam. So nice job in terms of keeping it together and getting every 10th.
Casey Williamson putting on the brave face. I know she's not happy with that.
Here's where she had trouble, right on the mount. Front flip, she's got nice height up in the air, but again, and she knew it. I mean, feet hit, but you could tell she was off. There's no way she was going to save it.
Well, it's all a learning experience, and here we are. Casey Williamson, 5 more to come for Ohio State. And on the floor for Iowa, where they need to score big and hope Ohio State doesn't score quite so well. Here's Jenny Denar. You saw her vault. So we see her at the beginning and at the end of the meet, and the senior from Wisconsin and a pre-med major. This is her floor routine.
And Mike, let's pay attention to landings, all right? Because they're going to have at least 3 landings on their passes, and they can give away 10s on every one. So landings will be critical. Tight double, not bad, but a big step.
Well, the team's rocking with her.
Very nice. There was that solid landing.
You can see the big warm-ups for all the Iowa Hawkeyes. It's a good look.
Dismounts, another double back, nice landing. Way to finish.
So there, Jenny Denar, senior. And there's the chorus.
Watch, we talked about the landings. This is a front full, stretched. Bounces right to a layout front, and again, solid. Landings are critical.
High five, good start.
Nice job, girl.
Well, this is where a captain has to show her stuff. Hillary Dow, after her teammate has faltered ahead of her, now must hit her routine even more, and even more than that, give her teammates, back that adrenaline and that optimism that they've had leading into this rotation.
And Hillary's done that all night. A lot of energy, great composure. But as we mentioned, 6 girls compete, 5 scores count. Ohio already has a miss, so the next 5 girls have to hit.
Hillary missed half her freshman season with injuries, and she's come back strong. Again, very rare to have a captain both as a junior and a senior. That really talks to her leadership abilities as well as her gymnastic ability.
A nice save. I don't know if you noticed a little bobble and those feet shifting, but she kept it on. Beautiful full twisting wolf jump.
And this is not her strongest event by any means. So she really has to come through here.
Front aerial, solid. And her dismount. Don't give away any tenths on the landing. Back 1.5, nice job.
Just what the team needed right there. A good, solid beam routine.
All right, here, let's back handspring layout, step on. Watch the feet, watch the feet. Boom. See the little shift there?
Little bit.
Nice save.
We'll see it again right here, look.
Look at that.
Woo.
And you can't teach that. She's done that 1,000 times to make those corrections. Incredible. And the dismount back 1.5. Nails the landing again. Landings are critical here at the end of this competition.
And not to belabor the point, a gymnast that tall has to be exceptionally good on the beam. And she is. Colleen Dean, who had an excellent bars routine, see that, and an excellent floor. She's having a good meet. Remember, that's what less than excellent warm-ups might do for you sometimes. Carrie Fagan not happy with the way she was looking, so she has responded here when it counts.
Ooh, little bobble. Another small bobble. Again, these are going to add up. And unless you're making it back with incredible difficulty, again, they're just picking away. Nice. Can't swing layout, step out.
The door's definitely open for Iowa.
Very solid again. Finishes, front fold, oh, big hop, and that mat sliding didn't help.
Well, Colleen gets the plaudits, but I know she wants this one back.
All right, here's her flight series, flip-flop layout, step out, very solid. Now watch this. We talk about how important these landings are. Front full, she takes a big hop, and then the mat slides. Watch this, she see the mat move? And she's got to take another step. She had to give another half-tenth or tenth away on that. Tough break.
All right, as we said, the door is open for the Hawkeyes. Meanwhile, Ohio State's really got to hustle up the last few routines. Amy Center from Mason, Ohio. As we see, Amy's a sophomore, and as you can tell from the right leg brace, she's coming back from pretty serious injury. Melissa Miller with a 9.6 to start. So they need Amy to score well, as they have the opportunity with Ohio State slipping on the beam.
Very difficult first pass, a little off axis, but a lot of difficulty.
Are the judges influenced at all by the brace? I mean, she's moving well, but does that give them a red flag, you think?
No. I mean, if, you know, obviously it can, but they've got to resist that. It doesn't matter. Double full. Very clean. A little step, though.
Amy also was a last-minute replacement. She was supposed to be just doing an exhibition, but Larissa Libby decided to put her in the big show. Here she is.
And let's watch the landing here. Final pass. Front, and that's also unique. We've seen that pass, but usually the twist happens on the first flip. She did it on the second. Great finish.
Very strong for Amy Center, the sophomore from Mason, Ohio.
All right.
And going down the line. Here, Rob, watch her here.
Let's watch her first pass. Combination here. Whip, half turn, punch full. Looks like she's in trouble. And then right here, here's where she takes off. Watch where she lands. And look where she lands. That can be a small deduction for going off axis. And here's the dismount. Again, 2 bounding fronts, straight layout, and then she does the full twist. So added difficulty. Great finish.
Amy Center's appearance. Nicole Crowder, she has had the best of times and the worst of times, it seems. Remember, with the fall off the bars and an excellent vault. As Colleen Dean with a 9.55, which also is a score that Ohio State is not going to do a lot of good things with. So,
and although that mount looked simple, that is tough. Press handstand, really cool.
She's been the best for Ohio State this season and last on the beam. She's gone 9-9 for a personal best.
Very nice, clean so far. And Mike, I think it's going to take that 9-8 or 9-9 to keep Ohio in this thing. They've been giving away, you know, 1/10 here, 1/10 there. So she's got to get it back.
I must say, though, Iowa hasn't exactly lit up the floor. I mean, the scores are...
Oh, no.
That could be the match right there. That could be the meet. 2 falls now. And they have to count 1.
And I don't know if you noticed, too, one-handed flip-flop going into that layout step out. Aerial front walkover, small bobble. And again, Mike, critical, because you don't know what's going to happen on floor, that she gets herself composed and gets every 10th. She's got to finish up strong. Nice job.
Gutsy performance by Nicole Crowder.
All right, Mike, this is something typically you see in men's gymnastics. Straddle L,
Very
press
hard.
handstand, tough. Awesome strength. Watch this. L. I mean, can you imagine? Just
Beautifully
on your
done,
hands,
yeah.
and you got to turn yourself upside down into the handstand. Here's the break. One-handed flip-flop. Layout step out and off. And again, if they're close, they'll fight to stay on, but she knew she was too far off.
Talking to the coach. Again, file it under experience. Iowa's Hori Gabishian loves to get the crowd involved with a passion that she brings to all her events. Coach Libby says she likes to get them going, especially in her floor routine.
I think it's all about just having fun. If you're having fun, it's easy to do gymnastics. Gymnastics is just, I don't know, it's just what I love to do. So if people see that I'm loving it, then they can get into it and they can love it, and it's just a better, funner atmosphere.
All right, it's fun time. It's action time. This is what Iowa loves to do. Hori Gabishian getting the crowd going on her floor routine. You feel the electricity even as you watch her play to the crowd. Amy centered 9.6. So they're going to need every 10th. It was a little easier for Iowa now that the 2 falls from Ohio State on the beam, but still, this is entertainment, and this is gymnastics. Watch.
And you absolutely can't go in with that thought process thinking, oh, they fell on beam, I can let down. You got to stay in the game here. Beautiful double pike. A little 10th on the landing.
She's working on a very tender ankle. We told you that she competed in every event last season. This season, that ankle's giving her some problems, so she had to back off the all-around for a couple of meets. She's back on it tonight.
Very nice, clean. I'll tell you what, Mike, the energy,
you feel
the
it.
explosive tumbling, and two, you draw the judges into this routine, and you're going to get the extra half-tenth.
We'll talk about her grabbing the audience and having a knack and not holding back. And the teammates behind, they've seen this act before, but they love it too. Now, this is a performance.
Yeah, this is great. Smiling the whole time, having fun. And again, you say grab the audience. You got to grab the judges too.
Find out how she's doing that, but certainly it's a routine that's just wonderful to watch.
Double dismount, another nice tall clean landing.
So there. Larissa, yeah, she's happy with that. Lori Gabishan, junior from Newton, Mass.
Here's her first pass, double pike, look at the height. Beautiful landing. And again, another tuck double back dismount. Nice and tall, look at that. Beautiful finish.
And there's the reaction. You got it. You nailed it. That's going to help. Congratulations to Lori Gabishan. Rebecca Best. Good scores so far tonight, and she's really got to do well. Nicole Crowder again with that fall, 9.125. And the earlier fall have put Ohio State really on very, very thin ice here. And Rebecca Best, she's number 10 in the conference, trying to save it.
And one of the toughest flight series we've seen on beam, pulled it off. And I'll tell you what, Mike, even though Ohio's had a couple falls, they were leading going into this last rotation. So they might only be behind by a couple tenths, so it's going to be close. Nice front aerial.
Rebecca's personal best.
And a great combination into the dismount too. So way to get it back together, build some momentum for this last competitor for Ohio State. Great finish.
You'll see a lot of strength. She's very deliberate on this routine. Seems to be measuring everything as she goes. You know?
All right, here's where she had the one bobble, but ultra difficult. Layout, step out, layout, step out. Maybe a tenth. This is also very difficult. 2 back handsprings into the back 1.5 dismount. Small step, but again, getting it back because of the difficulty. She's getting bonus for the difficulty.
On the floor, here is Jessa Hansen. She had a fine beam routine. Gabishan with a 9.850 on the floor. That's a good number.
That's fantastic.
Good number. Coach Libby says her tumbling, Jessa Hansen's tumbling, has improved tremendously, and she has what they describe as intriguing style, which, as you listen to the music, you get caught up in.
Yep, dramatic.
Completely different routine from Gabishan.
What a unique mount. That was cool. just an entirely different dance style. Very fluid. I mean, you're surprised. You're not sure what's coming.
And she's very much under control. She knows what she wants to do, and there you go again.
And that was...
She's watching her teammates say, hey, watch this, kids. Right? By the way, is a breast cancer survivor. One of the reasons this evening was put on by the Hawkeyes for breast cancer awareness.
And that was beautiful. And really a couple minor things that only the judges might catch. A little low on the landings, but that's it.
Hugs all around, high tens.
Now here's we're going to look at the second pass, and here's one of those small things that the people at home may not have caught. It's a 2.5 twist. Did you see how she didn't quite finish it all the way? So she'll get a small deduction there.
But she's got the cheering section right in front of her, and you know she did her job well. She knows it too. On the beam, Kristen Perhach. She's top 20 in the conference here. She's done well tonight. Rebecca Best with a 9.5 plus. Again, a number a bit low for Rebecca. I still think we're going down to the wire here.
No, it's going to be really close, Mike.
So they've got to count that 9.5.
And Kristen keeping it clean, looking good. Handspring. Oh, that might be it, Mike.
Certainly been a disaster for Ohio State on this event. But as we've said so many times, it often comes down to the beam.
All things being equal, it's hit, form, win.
And 3 falls isn't going to get it. Make it 4.
Unfortunately, I think she's maybe letting it get to her a little bit, disappointed, and has let down. And gain her full dismount. Tough break.
All right, the senior.
So kind of unique there, like a cartwheel mount. Now watch the spin. Clean, unique. And now the trouble starts. Back handspring. Now usually it's a layout step out. Her feet are together, but you can see shoulders way off to the side. No chance of saving that.
So Perhach, Williamson, and Crowder all falling. And here on the floor, Rebecca Simbutis, and she is the final competitor of the evening. You see Hansen's 9.825 with a gorgeous routine. And here's Simbutis, who's gone 9.875, and you will watch her.
And if Rebecca's floor is anything like her other 3 events, she's just going to slam the door on this one.
Well, it's different from Gabisian's. It's a lot more, let's say, just watch it. Elegant, graceful.
That is a tough mount, Mike. That is gigantic.
Would you believe they've been trying to get her to let loose more? That's what Larissa said. So there's just something there that's holding her back, and they're working with her to just let it all hang out.
Maybe a smile. I mean, because this is unbelievable gymnastics.
Remember last week at Illinois where she put up numbers that won or tied every event, won the all-around, made her gymnast of the week in the Big Ten, and now she's just having fun. And there's the chorus in the background getting into it, yeah.
You think it's hard enough to remember your own routine, and they've remembered their whole team's routine.
Well, these last two routines, Gabishin's and Simbutis have just been wonderful to watch and technically fine.
All right, Mike, let's finish it up here. Nice landing, whip, back 2.5. Little stumble there, little step on the landing, but a great routine.
Could that have slammed the door on Ohio State? We shall see, as the judges will total.
All right, Mike, watch this full first pass. We haven't seen it tonight. Back handspring, whip, right to a double pike. And again, we've seen round off back handspring double pikes, but she goes whip back, no hands, into the double pike. Unbelievable. And again, dismount, whip back, and only 1.5 twists. But you can see the knees give out a little bit, and she's got to take the step. But that was the only deduction in that whole routine.
Wonderful job by the all-arounder, and that could have put her team on victory lane. The final rotation on the beam, a disaster for Ohio State, Rob.
And it was 3 falls. They've got to count 2 of those falls in their team total on beam.
On the floor exercise, Hori Gabishin led Iowa. They got it done.
All 6 girls hit. They did a nice job to finish it up.
All right, we'll be back to wrap things up. Looks like good news for the Hawkeyes. We'll tell you the real truth when we come back. Tonight turned out to be a night for the Hawkeyes. Trailing most of the meet, they came back with a strong final rotation to win. Going away, Rebecca Simbunis, what a performance, her second straight all-around championship.
Dominated this evening, 4 for 4, deserves the all-around championship.
Well, the final score, nearly a 2-point win for the Hawkeyes. It breaks a streak of 6 straight dual meet losses by Iowa to Big Ten competitors. Let's check in with Rob on the floor.
I'm here with Rebecca Simbutis, and excellent competition. Talk to Coach Larissa about the team competition. Obviously, you haven't been Ohio in a long time. What did you guys do to pull this out?
We didn't really think about our opponent really that much. We were just thinking about just going out there and doing our stuff like we always do and staying together as a team and cheering on for each landing. And we just did what we had to do tonight, so that was pretty good.
And personally, had an outstanding competition, 4 for 4, and all-around champion. Kept the momentum rolling from Iowa. What are you doing to keep this up?
I really think about just doing my routines like I've been training all at practice and just going out there, just doing every routine that I've been working hard for and just doing everything I got to do.
Excellent meet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rebecca. A strong meet for Iowa. Larissa Libby stressing mental toughness in practice this week, and the Hawkeyes came through.
And as usual, beam is the ultimate decider.
Okay, that's it from here. For Rob Brown, I'm Mike Lederman. So long for the Big Ten Network. We'll see you next time.